See, I remember Molly, just a sweet little girl, and she had her own psychedelic views upon the world. And she held her burdens upon her shoulders, hid her pain through a wall of boulders. She loved the arts, enjoyed it, just reveling in her youth, living in shit. Molly just didn't know how to handle her problems at hand, so she went and decided to see Trippy, the trap man. Hey Trippy, how do you do? See, my name is Molly. If you're ready to new, and I have some money right here for you. Just give me that whimsical high through and through, through and through. Hey, my door. Yeah, I have it all. I'm the man, the connect, the goat. Just sit down, Molly girl, and just take a note. You see, anything you wanna try. The loudest MJ to get you high as you sing MJ floating by. Or if you would like to rock climb, see, I like to ski. The whitest of the white, straight purity. But I have something special for you, she said. Really, you do? Yeah, only for you. See, he led her to a dark room with strobe lights, gave her a crystal rock and said, treat her right, indulging her, mesmerizing her high. Of course, as I should, but don't take too much, Molly girl, because too much of one thing is never good. Here Molly met Molly, different girls in different worlds. Swallow, digest the whole, still the same girls. They get used and abused, devour for pleasure, reach a higher for a high beyond her measure. And Molly enjoyed Molly cause she was a different experience, just a twisted view upon her meager existence. As the drugs hit her stream, her blood steamed, her temperature heightened. Molly had her enlightened, open, ready to explore. She yearned, she wanted more, willing to risk it all just so Molly girl could grab her fall, just grab her fall. Molly wanted Molly, she became the woman she needed. Her appetite she continued to feed, but addictions came with dollar signs and dollar signs she had to keep in mind. Now Molly, she became lost and confused. Her girl was gone, she didn't know what to do. Wandering and searching, but nothing came through. Who had the answers? Who can she call? Trippy picked her up on her fall, so she picked up her phone and a low monotone. Hey Trip, what's going on? Hey Trip, what's going on? She picked up her phone and a low monotone. Hey Trip, what's going on?
Hello, hello. What's going on, all my beautiful people? Welcome to episode 14 of Crowns and Head Ties. I am about to introduce myself after the standing ovation. I'm Jaderade, aka Jade, Jaderade, all the above, da da da. Falshine's not here right now. She's coming in. So until she gets in, I'm gonna talk to our star of the hour, Miss So. Yes. Hi,
How
beautiful. Please introduce yourself. Let the people know
My
who you
name
are.
is Laisel. I am a creative artist from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I love painting. I love poetry. I love great energy, and I'm happy I'm here right now
Love,
with you
love.
guys, spreading love.
Yes,
Right?
that's what we need in the world. Love. I am so happy that you are here.
Thank you. I'm happy
So
to be
happy that you're
here.
here. Her energy, y'all, is just like, it's like a big meteorite.
About to
Like,
go on my live.
you know, yes, go on live, pull it
Right.
up. We, for everybody who watches the show, we haven't been on in about 2 weeks, so we're back, and I'm just super excited. I've had a good week. How's your week been?
My week's been productive. I've gotten a lot done.
All right.
I've gotten a lot done. Went
That's
to
what
some
you need to
events,
do.
met some people.
Some good events.
Great events.
And I see that you go to a lot of events,
Right.
but you do a lot, but you have your hand in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're a poet, you're an artist, you curate events, you offer Black Power,
Right.
like
I
what I
feel
want you to just go ahead.
I feel like art shouldn't, you shouldn't limit yourself when
Yeah.
it comes to art.
Mhm.
It's so versatile. There's so many things you can do and create.
Mhm.
And sometimes when you stick to one thing
Mhm.
and you get disappointed in that one thing,
Yeah.
you have to try something else. Or,
Yeah.
I have moments where I've been stagnant
Mhm.
just because I felt like my poetry wasn't
Yeah.
where it needed to
Yeah.
be. So I'm like, let me go to events so I can
Yeah.
see other artists in their element, grow from
Mhm.
them,
Mhm.
revamp my style,
Mhm.
and then pay homage to them in the
Yeah.
community and give it back. So it's
Yeah.
just like all a cycle
It
of
is.
growth.
I think people, like you said, like we feel like, oh, okay, like, I'm a poet. Like that's all I can do, and that's all I need to
Right.
devote my time to. And then when you like aren't doing well per se, in your eyes, then it's like the end of the world. Then it's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, what else can I do? And I just feel like that's amazing that you said that, that you go out to other events and that you immerse yourself in just art and people and what everyone else is just getting into, because you can be inspired by just going to one event, right? And seeing
Right.
somebody just do something that's like, damn,
The
like,
biggest
bing.
inspiration you have is your environment.
Mhm.
Sometimes we get really caught up in like TV and celebrities and
Yeah.
media and what's online instead of being caught up in like what's in front of you and what we
That's
can
so true.
create. It's the simplest things,
Mhm.
like right in front of you. Like look
Right in
at
front of your
this. Look at this
face.
whole space. This space is
Yes.
beautiful.
Shout out to S
You
Street
know?
Media, the home
Right. Shout
team.
them
Yes,
out.
they
That's
they
dope.
got us in here in this dope space. We got mad artwork around us.
Right.
We got this other beautiful queen who just walked in, Falsheen, who just came up in the building, who's about to come up here. So she's sitting down. Hello. Come take a seat
Right.
whenever you're ready.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
How are you?
Soul, Falsheen,
Hi, my
Falsheen,
queen.
soul. So we just started 5 minutes ago.
Okay,
Right.
So I lightly touched on just because we played her song, we played her track Molly, which we're gonna get into and talk about. You're gonna tell us what inspired that, but
I got you.
it was nothing crazy. But so now that Falsheen's here, I mean, give us a walkthrough on your journey, to where you are now, as far as like where you got your start in poetry, or like where you rapping, like what happened?
Yeah.
Because I knew her from high school. I
Right.
came.
She was rapping in high school?
I
No,
was
I was
not
just
rapping.
rapping
I
bars in
was
high
not rapping. I was
Oh.
a super square in high school.
Yo.
You feel me? But I was cool. Like
Yeah.
I liked
Right.
art.
Yeah.
I wrote things. My
Mhm.
friends knew I wrote things, but I wasn't very vocal about what
Got
I
it.
was writing. So this is like a whole change in
Yeah.
character. Jade been Jade.
Yeah.
Like this been
Well,
Jade.
that's
This
good
is
to
how
know, OG.
like this is her. I like really appreciate what
Yeah.
she's doing because this is growth for
Yeah.
just like
Thank you so
her
much.
being herself.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you
So
so
I'm
much.
like so proud of you.
Thank you. And I meant to say that as
Yeah.
well because I always felt like this great energy from you, because I went to that high school only for like a year, but
Right.
but I always felt a good energy from you, and I just noticed, just as far as following you on social media, like over the years,
Yeah.
that you were just like, yo, I'm on this like fuck it attitude, like this is
Yeah.
actually like I'm gonna do what I want to do, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pursue these things, and I'm gonna be me. Like,
I
and I love
appreciate
that, and I
that.
love that,
Thank
and I
you.
love that.
Appreciate
Shout
that.
outs to you,
Clap it
King.
up. Now clap it up for everybody. Everyone. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. I am on a fuck it attitude. Like I'm on a mission. There's not a lot of art in the community anymore. Like I used to go to so many not-for-profit after-school programs
Yeah.
while we were in Mega,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, while in junior high school, that was creating like an environment where us as the millennials or the new age, we're able to give back. But
Yeah.
now like the generations after us, they're not really creating the content that we're able to create. Like imagine
No.
I feel
10
like
years from now.
to create content and things like art and stuff like that, it takes a lot of patience. Like you gotta
Yeah.
know that things aren't gonna happen overnight. And I feel like our generation is kind of obsessed with the overnight celebrity
Yeah.
thing. So
Very
that's why a lot of
true.
people are taking like substance out of art and just like throwing shit
Yeah.
out there. So
I feel like maybe like the people who were born in like the early 90s and stuff, I feel like we kind of have an appreciation for the hard work, but it's just like we're kind of intertwined with like
That's a fact.
the 90s and like these 2000s,
It's a nostalgic
and
feeling.
so we're
because
kind of
we
like
enjoy it, but at the same time, we
Yeah.
have that moment like we reminisce, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, I miss skipping in the street, and we can't do that.
I miss
anymore.
skipping in the shit.
No.
I mean, we can, but we might be recorded and end up on
Right.
live.
look at this
What's wrong
old.
with us?
But that's it. We do everything for like the phones
Facts.
and social media and all
Facts.
that, but it's cool.
It can
It's
get
all right.
overwhelming sometimes.
It can. It can. I definitely went on a hiatus last year for like a few months. I went
Yeah.
through some things in life where I just had to kind of
How
figure it
was
out.
that? How do you feel when you're stripped of like human connection through
You
social
know
media?
what? It teaches you to be a person again.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, and you take pleasures in simple things, and you realize, like, social media is a stress.
It
And if you're
is.
not comfortable being by yourself, and
And in
being
your
by
own
yourself
skin.
means like being away from a phone.
Yeah.
Alone,
You
away from your
know, like
Yeah.
phone, out of
away
the.
from like all of that, like texting certain people, anything that you consider like that social relation when you can just have it like right
Away
here.
for the quick
Right.
stimulation of
Yeah.
people liking your
It,
photos and
yeah,
all this extra
it kind
shit.
of made me bond with myself more. It definitely made me bond with myself more,
Yeah.
love myself more, and just appreciate like the things that I'm doing. So now I'm taking that confidence and
That's
giving it back.
amazing.
You know, we all
Nice.
need that break.
We do.
From social media or certain kinds of foods or people or toxic situations. Need to take a break from that and just like clear your head
Because
and figure it out.
sometimes it's too much.
Yeah,
It's like
it's a lot.
we're living this life right now.
It's
We
a
have
lot.
other lives, but right now we're living this life.
And
And,
you'll go in situations and you'll see people that you know and you can tell there's something wrong and they won't talk about it.
Yeah.
And you can't force people to like open up who they are. So it's like creating comfortable environments where people feel safe, you know?
Right.
yeah.
Safe spaces.
That's so like I said, you do, like a lot of different events,
Yeah.
like you have this the Pussy Power,
Yes.
that's coming up,
Right. I actually have an event
That's-
before that
Yeah,
event, but the flyers aren't done yet. We're waiting.
Are
Oh,
you
yes.
talking about the February 1st event?
February 20th.
Oh, you have
20th?
another one
Yes.
because the February 1st is that's what? That's a
That's like a-
poetry
Like artists in
Yeah,
general.
I
Forever
just-
Soul. It's an open mic
Yeah,
type of thing.
Forever Soul open mic. That's a weekly show. That's
Weekly,
like the intimate community open
Right.
mic. That
How long
I
have you been
do.
doing that?
I've been doing that for about 8 weeks now,
Okay, okay.
consistently. So
Okay. We're gonna
you
pull up
know,
to the next
right.
one.
Yeah, definitely pull up. It's a small like amount of people. Like it's not compared to like large events. It's about 20 to 40 of us depending on the night. But at the same time, it's still
That's not small and intimate
but,
to
you know,
a lot of people.
It depends on the night, but
Yeah.
at the
Right.
same time, it's still a comfortable space
Yeah.
because it's small
Yeah.
and like loving, and I definitely create that vibe. So that's weekly. I have a bi-monthly networking mixer, do it for the culture.
Nice.
It's a team of us, Forever Soul, Forever Born New, Done Smoothly Entertainments, all of us just creating our brands and collecting it together and creating safe spaces
Yeah.
and artist collectives,
Yeah.
like for the artists, by the artists.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love the term safe spaces.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what we need. We
what
used
is
to
a safe space
A
for
safe
you?
space for me is a space I feel like I can safely be myself. I
Yeah.
can talk about what I do or who I am and feel free to create, to be me and, be stripped of that fear or insecurity or that worry that I'm going to be
Judgment.
judged.
Yeah.
You know, and
true.
you
Yeah.
go in a lot of situations. It can be like social situations. It can be you going outside. It can be you being with friends, family, and you're not safe. Like
Yeah.
you don't feel like I can comfortably relate or talk to you. So I want when you go into an artist showcase. Same way like comedy gives you that bit
Yeah.
of laughter and light to
Right.
make you happy.
Yes.
That safe space gives you that bit of happiness and culture and art to make you feel great, for you to feel inspired to create safe spaces,
Got
so
it.
simple,
I'm all for the safe space.
Right.
I'm all for the safe space.
and I love like artists that are very free and express themselves like with vernacular
Yeah.
and just
Right.
jazz and
Yeah.
whatever they want to do. So
Yeah.
I like really support the underdog to the seasoned artist.
I love that.
It's just all about like if you're willing to connect and help, I'm gonna help you and you
Right.
should help somebody else and let's just give it back and connect the
Yeah.
dots
Yeah.
for each
Shout
other.
back. You're right.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing, and I really appreciate that. And I'm seeing a lot of, like Black people our age, like really trying to like
Right.
bring that back into the fold, of like the community and, the connection and connecting with artists and stuff like that, because it's people lose touch.
People
Right.
shout you out.
People lose touch of that nowadays. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I really love that because it's hard out here sometimes
It
to just
is.
connect with people,
It
know?
is.
So
and
being
people
that
are so
You want to drink some of your water?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
People
Drink
are
some
so
water.
antisocial, even though they pretend to be social, but they're
Right.
not
Yes,
social.
it's all
And you'll go to events
fake.
and you'll see
It's a
people from
facade.
Instagram
You
and they
know,
won't say
yeah,
anything to
nothing
you.
to you.
And I'm
That's the
like,
most weirdest.
bro.
Is that not the most weirdest
It's like
shit?
it's like you have to stare them down real quick,
And
like
be like, bro,
I'm like, I know you
you
can
gonna say
see
something to
me.
me?
we've been following each other
I
for
know
like
you can
5
see me.
For how
years.
long?
And we always say happy birthday to each other. You're not gonna say
We
nothing
always
to
say
me.
happy birthday. You always
You're not
say
gonna say
yes,
nothing,
you're
though.
big.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, people are addicted to phones. Phones are crack now. Like, it's sad. You'll go on a train and put your phone down and
Yeah.
just look around on the train
Yeah.
and everyone's on their phone.
I do
Yeah.
that all the time, and then I go back on my phone.
Phone, right?
We're gonna be
I
walking
write
around.
poetry on the train though. I write
like
the
that.
dopest things
Yeah.
on the train just because I'm like caught up into looking at people and just feeling
Getting
the energy
inspired,
out.
yeah.
I definitely get inspired.
The next 15, 20 years, you're gonna be seeing all of us walking with our necks stuck like this.
I can't. That's why I started doing
Ew,
yoga
goodness.
now. I'm like working on being a vegan. I'm a pescatarian now, no
Oh.
dairy.
You're a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not hard, but it's a journey.
I've tried it within this first month or so.
How you like it?
How's it going?
So
You didn't even update
I
me.
fell
Right.
off. Listen, I fell off the bandwagon. I was at work. I was good. I was eating like fish and
Right.
like like vegetables and everything. I was at work. I'm about to leave work. Somebody's because I work at a bank, so
Right.
sometimes people, like our customers will bring us stuff. Like, so it's a guy who runs a bar, brought some hot wings. So my coworker is like,
Oh
oh
my
there's hot wings on the
God.
table, right? So I'm not even thinking.
I know.
Hot wings is my favorite food, right?
Yo, that's the one thing I miss.
Listen.
out of like pescatarianism, like I cannot
Listen,
eat wings.
I
love
picked up that
chicken
wing
wings, yo.
and I
Like,
ate it, not realizing I was eating it. My mother called me on FaceTime. She's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm eating." Damn, I'm eating buffalo wings right now. I didn't even realize I was eating this shit. I was like, "Well, might as well finish that. Might as well finish that shit."
You know they have like cauliflower boneless wings.
Yes,
seen the
I
recipe.
actually I want to make them.
like
You
tofu
should.
stuff.
You should make them, and you should have a night where everybody
No,
brings some like
nasty.
Right.
vegetarian food. And yeah, let's do
Damn.
that.
Yes,
We can do that at your place.
right.
Or we can do it at my place. Or we can do it
We can do it at any place.
any place.
Right.
Ooh, we could do it here. We could do it here.
I
We ain't
definitely
got no
would do
kitchen.
that.
You know, but everybody can bring their food.
Everyone,
I know,
yeah.
but like, I think cooking it is the fun part, though.
Yeah.
Like
I wanna
drink,
eat
get
it.
some wine,
Cooking it
cook
together.
Yeah.
No. Everyone could bring their plate.
Yes,
and
right?
Their bottles.
Thank you. Bring
Right.
your plates,
You
your
know,
bottles,
bring
your
your
weed if you want to
pans.
smoke.
Like
We
black
gotta do
people
that.
do not be coordinated. Like it's already a struggle.
That's
for
a
us
fact.
To unite to
Yeah.
come together to eat, and you're saying
about to
let's
write
cook
that
the meal
down.
together. That's a lot.
I'm about to write that
Right.
down right
I think
now.
that would be nice.
That would be cool though. That would be
Imagine, like,
cool.
yeah.
A set night with set people. Let's cook
You
some
know,
food together.
And you know
Let's
some
be on
people,
time.
we know some people. We should do that. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, that would be lit.
So, I want to get into the track that we played into the beginning of the song,
Yeah.
right? Molly.
Yes.
Please let us know what brought that about, because
Oh
that is
my
such a
gosh.
beautiful
Thank
piece.
you.
I really felt that like deeply, just wanting to like go after something and sometimes maybe like
Yeah.
losing yourself along the process. So you gotta, so please let me know.
Yeah, Molly definitely came from a place of hurt but love. I don't know. I went through like a big journey of like when finding myself within poetry. Like
Yeah.
when I started poetry, I was like real caught up in like the hype and just like I know I'm good.
Yeah.
You know. And then going to events and people liking me and everything was happening so quickly. I was in a toxic relationship. I was taking drugs. I was like working. I didn't have that time to like just unwind and take a break and breathe
Yeah.
and figure it out. So one day after work, and mind you, I'm teaching students. I'm having these habits
Yeah.
that I'm using as crutches.
Yeah.
To just deal with my problems. You know, I took a break, went outside, sat in the park while on Molly, and just wrote this piece. So this piece was me, I'm playing Molly, talking to myself and just seeing myself as this addicted person, but as this talented person as well.
Yeah.
And the biggest battle is myself, you know? And a lot of us don't admit that we have our biggest battle, our fear, the one holding ourselves back is us.
Yes.
We don't admit that problem.
Yes.
So Molly for me was that a middle to like, I have a problem.
Yeah,
I need to
it's
work
moving
at
forward
it.
and working.
And, making people aware of addictions and problems and situations is the best thing that you can do. So this piece started off as a poetry piece.
Yeah.
So I wasn't comfortable in my words. It took like a long like journey of like losing friends,
Right.
losing situations. My dad passed away, and just like different things happening for me to really hone into this piece. So this piece definitely came from a place of growth, like hurt, but it's beautiful, you know, and I love it. Like I love hearing it over music now.
Yeah.
I love the response it's giving people, and it's just, you know, like pain, like beauty can definitely come from pain. We can grow past it, you know. So that's it. Like I definitely want, you know, people to feel inspired. The video is coming super
Oh,
soon.
nice. So
Are you
have a
gonna do the
for
video on a
it?
park bench?
I'm gonna start it off on that, and I'm gonna have it like real trippy. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna have a guy named
Gonna be real
Trippy.
Yeah.
psychedelic.
Yeah, super.
Trippy Red, where
super.
you at? We gonna get Trippy
Super.
come in the video. But that is awesome.
Yeah.
What is like? Do you have like a section of that poem that's like your fave that you could just like run back for us right now?
Molly wanted Molly, different girls in different worlds, swallowed, digested whole, but still the same girls. Like that like that right here was just like me standing like my reflection.
Yeah.
So regardless, you can play it how you want. It's still you dealing with everything.
Right.
You know, we use addictions like, and addictions can be anything.
Yeah.
It can be you addicted to the gym.
Yeah.
You addicted to biting your nails. You know, you addicted to drugs, habits, behaviors, people. Us using addictions is just a crutch for the bigger problems that's there that you need to handle, and that's soul searching and finding that within yourself. When I wrote Molly, I wrote it not even realizing the depth of the problems within myself. So it was a place of like comfort and fun, but it wasn't a place of really honing what I'm saying. And now like just performing it and just adding on to it and getting the responses and just getting the notice like, wow, you wrote a poem about a drug, but it wasn't about drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you're like opening people's eyes up. It's just like, that's all I want to do. You know, that's the biggest way you can help people, give people a piece of yourself, and that vulnerability helps others grow, and it's helping me grow as well, you know, so I love it.
I think that's so awesome because Fa wasn't here, but when we were playing it, she was just like full blown, just like cheesing, and it just felt so good just to see someone just proud to hear their own like work. And
A lot of
you know,
people
'cause
don't
you know
really
it
like
comes
to
from
hear
growth.
themselves.
I
so
support me
that's
because, you know, people are not going to support you regardless. You know, you got to root for yourself.
Yeah.
There's times I do poems. There's not a lot of poets out here, you know, and like the poets I see, and I'm not trying to be biased, but, you know, I work
you about to
hard
say?
to like remember my shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I hate to see poets holding their phones.
Yeah.
It's a thing that irks me. Like
Yeah.
it's no way you're comfortable reading your work from your phone.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to give it an experience of just showing you that I'm professional, I'm talented, and I have a love for the
You
craft.
take it serious.
I take it serious,
Yeah.
you know, and you should be happy with what you're saying. You know, you should always be happy with the words you're spitting. You should support yourself.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna support you if you don't support yourself first. How is someone gonna support you?
That
you know?
is a fact. That is
Yeah.
a fact. I
Right,
am
gems
just
of life.
like, you know, and you're talking about like support. You're like, no one's gonna support, you know, you like you support yourself, right?
Confidence is key.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And also, right, you have another support system too,
Ooh.
right? Because
Yeah.
we also, you know, it's always good to like have another person
Yeah.
to the left or the right of you, right? Just
Yes,
give you that
I
extra
do.
push.
My boo.
Oh yes, and you guys do like so many different things together.
do.
Like, how did that come about? Like,
Shout
how
out
did you guys?
to Witty, Forever Born New,
Hey.
on Instagram
Forever
and
Born
everything.
New.
It came about by accident.
Yeah.
My toxic relationship was his previous friendship, and
Whoa.
yeah,
Whoa.
that's the tea.
Yeah. That's the tea today.
Yeah, that's the tea of the day. And you know, you just see who's there for you in tough times, and Witty stayed, and that's about it.
So it
And
was
I-
like you guys ended up building.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans,
Yeah.
so he moved
Oh,
here a
that's
year
dope.
ago, and he was staying in my apartment, and things just
Yeah.
happened,
Grew from
and
there.
the cookies crumbled how it crumbled, and we grew. And
So
it's a
he's
beautiful
not friends
thing.
with the.
No,
Right,
like
right.
we're not. Yeah,
Like it was just a, you
it
know,
is what it
Good,
is.
he shouldn't be.
you don't have to be left in the dust.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We
It's all right.
when you have like addiction around you, because I knew I was like, especially like my dad died in 2017, so 2018 was the
Yeah.
year of like finding myself,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I had to get rid of like certain toxic situations and addictions, and my ex was just one of them, you know. And you just
Wow.
see, when you see
Yeah.
certain behaviors from yourself, you really have to look at everything around you and be like, what's going on with me? Like, why is
Like, analyze
certain things
everything.
not working out with certain people, or certain things is not
So do
working
you
out with
feel
certain
like the ex
situations?
played like a big
I
role
feel like
in?
he did, you know. Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
But I did as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
equal. So, you know,
Yeah.
he's in a better place right now. I'm rooting for him. I want him to win.
And that's very
Same
big of
way.
you. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I want
Like,
everyone to win.
everyone, you know, sometimes you gotta let
Yeah.
people go.
Life is too
it,
short, man. I
it's
want
a
everyone to
chapter.
win.
You learn from it. You
Yeah.
move forward, and now you're in a new chapter with
Right.
New Bay, and you guys
New
are like
Bay.
exploring
Right, exactly.
with New Bay, and I think it's
New
so great
Bay.
to be with
Right.
somebody, and you guys could like, you know,
He has a beautiful
build.
message of what he's doing. He came to New York to bring like just spotlight to his group Forever Born New from New
Okay,
Orleans.
okay.
It's a artist collective out there, and they don't have the opportunities that we have out here. So for them,
How
just
so?
there's not a lot of spots for them to
Yeah.
perform at. When there's shows, it's like once every few months.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people that come from New Orleans, they don't make it. You
Are they
know?
all out here now, or are there?
He's the only one out here. Like, he was able to make his way out
Yeah,
here. His
yeah.
team is still out there.
So he goes back and forth.
He goes back and
Got it.
forth, and he's trying to build platforms out there. You
Yeah.
know, they still have struggles from
Katrina?
Katrina. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Like, how many years ago was that? And people are still trying to build
doesn't have
themselves
clean
up.
water. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah,
just,
of course.
these things are not advertised in the media at all, so you don't really know about it unless you're able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So you guys work on, you know, you have the Forever Soul
We
night
have the
every
Forever
week.
Soul, yes.
And then he's working with you on the Pussy Power, you know,
He works with me on
showcase.
everything. He works with me on everything.
I
Like,
think that would keep the relationship
it
fun,
does.
right?
It keeps it fresh. It keeps it new. There's always something for us to do, and we're not up under each other.
Oh, that's
just about
great.
like love and
Yeah.
like, I like you or I love you. It's like, I respect your
Yeah.
art. Like, I
Yeah.
respect you as a person. There was a friendship there before we built it into something else. So there was a respect of, I know where you're going as an individual, and I just want to help you get there as well.
Like mutually.
Yeah,
It's not
mutually.
one person like, or like the
Yeah,
woman
so-
trying to like help the man get to where he's
Right.
got to go. It's a mutual thing. Like, we're both trying to
And
get
we're
somewhere.
evolving, and I feel like with that, it just gave me a different perspective of just like the expectations and what we're trying.
relationships.
It's definitely a different relationship, kind of relationship, like for me. So I'm like happy about it.
And it
Super
feels good,
happy.
right?
Yeah, definitely
It feels
do.
good. It feels really good. I
You know?
love like
and being
relationships
able
that
to
help you
spread
grow.
that too. You
Yeah.
don't see like a lot of us young black couples together
Yeah.
being friends. And in the art scene, you don't see couples like hosting shows and bringing people together.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I feel like some people come to our events just to have that, like, you know, I want to see their dynamic, not even on some shade, just
Yeah.
like, how do they do it?
Just like it's
Yeah.
interesting, right?
It's
Like it's kind of
interesting.
like an oddity, right? To be
Right.
like, what? Like there's just this young black couple and they're
And we
seem
support a
pretty,
lot of
you know,
people.
cool.
We'll go to like a lot of different shows, and that's why
Right.
we'll create a lot of different content. We all have like different goals, but the same idea of
Yeah.
what we want to do
Yeah.
to achieve it. So let's just all build together. That's the whole mindset. So it's a beautiful thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
How do you
Thank
feel about
you.
like marriage?
You know, marriage is like such like
Ooh.
a white title.
She
to
said,
things.
but
But partnership, a bonding, whatever. Yeah, we talked about it. That's something I definitely want babies. I want all of that. You know, down the line
Yes.
after
everything
we're
is like,
stable and things are set. Like we have certain individual goals and couple goals and business goals we want to hit before like.
so basically you're
next
saying like
stage.
the marriage does not have to like happen per se.
Yeah, marriage
basically.
doesn't have to happen.
It's
Marriage
just a
doesn't have
title.
to be like marriage.
Yeah.
Like I'm really trying to step out of titles that we're like taught to believe, or like holidays we're taught to believe,
Yeah.
and we don't have the exact knowledge of it. So yeah, I kind of wanted like partnership and just like life partner. You know, that's kind of how I see it more than marriage
Yeah.
and a different view, because we're trying to be very free with how we are operating our relationship. You know, I think just being able to express who we are individually and bringing that together. So it's us being single individuals together instead of us being a couple. If that does that make sense?
It makes sense. How do you feel about open relationships?
We're poly, but we're poly
I-
within.
I
each
caught that
other.
vibe
Do
from
you
you. That's
know
why
I
I'm
wrote that
asking
down?
you.
I was gonna poly couple.
We are poly.
I wanted to know.
We are poly. We date together though. You know, it's a respect. So it's like we have had a girlfriend. She just wasn't on our wave, like with building the foundation. That's it. Like,
She
you know,
wasn't on the head.
I feel like
Get off
we
the
should-
bus,
Had
girl.
to go.
like I said, it's about creating safe spaces. I want to own property.
Yes.
I want to own homes.
Yeah.
I want to have a foundation in each state where my artists or myself or my future children or anyone could go to and feel comfortable. And you have a community of Black people or
Right.
like ethnic
Yeah.
people that
Yeah.
we all have the same idea of how we want our families to be protected or whatever.
Like,
So yeah.
We gotta build our own
Right.
communities.
I'm
man,
kind of
'cause-
interested to know, like, how did you? Was it like an idea that both of you guys were comfortable with, or did like somebody want it a little bit more than the other, and then you guys got to see that it's even?
Honestly, my ex used to cheat on me, and him and I used to have conversations, like just sitting back, like, yo, we're gonna watch how the situation unfold.
Yeah.
So I told him about myself, my sexuality, and my views, and he told me about himself. So it was just us comparing notes. So he already knew, like, this friendship was already set. So when we got into a relationship, it was easier to just, understand each other and flow with it and just be free with that.
So this was your first time doing this with like
Somebody,
trying to
yeah.
I think that's so awesome.
It was my first time, but it's all about being honest and setting the tone from early, like your expectations, if you have certain things that you're just not fond of, you just need to put that shit out there from
Right.
jump because it definitely mess up situations and,
Yeah, you're right.
It's fun, but it's a lot of work behind,
Yeah, I mean, because it's not
Yeah.
like you guys are like swingers. You guys
No.
are like really you guys are
Yeah.
interested in welcoming someone into like
Yeah,
the fold
that's a
of what
whole
you guys are
different-
building.
I feel like swingers is just mainly based on like sex.
Yeah, sex,
Swingers, swingers
but
are.
There's some
It's
people out
levels.
there when you say, "Oh, poly," that's the first thing they'll go to. It's like,
Because
"Oh,
they're not
y'all just fucking
educated.
everybody," you know? That's it. Y'all
They're
just
not
fucking everybody, and it's
educated
like,
on it.
listen, no, that's not what this is. This is really
Right.
about like building bonds and
Building
lifetime,
bonds and
connections with
foundations, like old, like Black
Hello.
culture. Men had multiple wives.
Yeah.
And they were building communities. Their sons and daughters were building villages, and it was all coming back together as a family, as a community. We're not really taught that.
Where do
We're
you
taught-
feel we went wrong with like modern day society of like the whole monogamous thing?
Slavery.
I think it just was always
Kind of
wrong.
started everything from there.
Like,
I think it just
I think it
changed
was-
the whole dynamic
that
of the
was
shift,
it.
right?
You can't
It's like-
really, because it's all evolution from like the little seed that was planted. If you want to go there, it definitely started from that era, that whole time, and it just built from there. We're programmed,
Yeah.
bro. Like we're really programmed to believe certain things or to do certain things or to just
that's
have that
crazy,
aspect.
right? Yeah,
like
we
you'll
are.
see advertisement online. Like you'll see certain things that's just
Right.
sold to us in this way of how we need to operate relationships. And I don't want to be in a relationship like that where I'm living my life like through statuses and memes and shit. Like I just that's not fair.
It's so funny how you're saying that you like we're programmed and like, cause it was so funny, right? I was on a
Right.
train the other day, with my man or whatever, and we was on
Yeah.
the train, and there was
Love
like this
all
thing,
2019.
all 2019,
Right.
fucking heard some time, it's okay. So, and like up there, it was like some advertisement for some city thing, right? So it was like these different couples. It was this like gay white guy, gay black guy in front of a preacher. It was a black woman and a white man. It was a white couple. It was an elderly lady and another elderly white lady, and it was all couples, but there was like no black couples.
Right.
Like, it was like seven
Together.
different.
Yeah.
I was like, out of all 7 of them, it was like 3 of them were
Right.
interracial.
Like, there's nothing wrong with interracial
My
dating,
ex
but I
went
feel
to-
like
yeah.
they're gonna take the
I
spotlight
just-
off of the black family.
Yeah, I
No,
was
Yeah,
like,
it's
there's
just
so
all-
much strength in
yeah,
that.
like what's up? Like
I'm not
damn.
against interracial
Nah.
relationships, but at this, like, just where we're at, like,
Mm-hmm.
in our generation, I'm not pushing for it right
Yeah.
now. Like, I feel like we really need to unite just as a people, just to get stronger, just within ourselves. We're not confident. Like, our men are being demasculated.
Yeah.
Our women doesn't know what it is to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? To be a mother.
Yeah.
That's not taught. That was something that was taught in my household. You know, like what it is to carry yourself, what it is to have a black family, what it is to be diverse and accept other races. You know what I'm saying? What it is to just be cultural and to have appreciation of the community.
Yeah.
I don't see that anymore. I used to like be a teacher and teach middle school students, and it was just like, it was a humbling but horrible experience just to see
Right.
where the children are at now.
Why? What
Because
do you mean?
this is the era of children born into cell phones, so they don't even understand the enjoyment of being outside, interacting, having
Yeah.
friends, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
doing new things.
crazy.
They don't, you
It's
know.
crazy.
They're not as smart as we were. You know
And
what I'm
that's kinda
saying?
true,
So I used to
like,
teach poetry
it's
to them.
true.
So I'm like, you know, doing like the simplest of writing prompts, and they don't know how to spell the basic words. You know, form basic sentences. You're in 5th through like 7th, 8th grade.
But they know like full on.
Yeah.
But they know
verses
everything
and
else.
memes. It's
all
so
the
weird.
all the shade room shit, right?
The
All
teachers are
shade
not
room
connecting
shit
with
is
the
crazy.
students
Yeah.
anymore. You know, it's not that relationship. Like,
it's
teachers are not
shitty.
bonding with
Yeah.
them.
I
So
think the teachers are also, and I also, because
Yeah.
I was talking to a teacher, she's kind of like, because she's the wife of a guy who works at my job,
Right.
and she's just like, you know, it's just to a point where it's like, I really can't do much, so I'm really just gonna come in here and do my job. I'm not gonna get connected to the
Right.
kids because these kids are going somewhere else.
I heard
and
a
they're not-
teacher say,
my work
she
can
was
be
like,
erased.
I am not your therapist. And at the end of the day, when you sign up to be a teacher, I don't care whether you're an after school teacher or to work in a day school, you are also a social worker.
Yeah.
That is your job. That is your obligation. If that child is getting abused or anything is going on, that is your obligation as an official to like be there for that child.
That's a fact.
You understand?
That's
You
a
don't want
fact.
anyone to abuse your child or not be there or not be present for your child when they're in the safety of someone else. So it's just, yeah, I just can't. I couldn't do it anymore. It's a lot. It's definitely a different kind of energy being a
Right.
teacher. They don't get paid enough for what like they're doing.
You saw what
at
happened
all.
in California. They said,
Yeah.
I'm going on fucking strike.
They don't
Fuck
get
this
paid
shit.
enough. They do
We
not.
going on strike.
You know, and the schools are losing funding. The schools are definitely losing funding. Schools
going
are
on other
modern day
shit.
jails. Like,
Wow.
yeah, for real.
That's crazy. And you know, like, it's really wild, like, because I have a 6-year-old, and I will like get caught up in like the hustle of like trying to pay my bills and trying to grind, like, just to like make sure that we're okay and that my rent is paid and shit like that. And it's just like, yo, like, I have to make sure that I'm also like teaching him at home, because he
Right.
don't learn shit really at school.
He don't learn
like,
shit.
He will
The
not.
textbooks are completely wrong.
Son,
All the
completely.
knowledge that they're teaching you, don't use that shit in life. They're teaching you conformity, discipline, and just how to like follow rules. That's
Obey.
it.
That's really
That's
what
it.
it is.
To obey. That's jail. Like the charter school I used to work at, charter schools are like the biggest scam. It's a whole. That's a whole different.
Yeah, I got a whole
subject.
theory behind that, but
Yeah.
that's
What's
neither
your
here nor
what's your
there.
theory?
Charter schools are like the newest, like it's a whole like conspiracy behind it. I feel like just because like it was like back in the day, you seen how it was like selective
Yeah.
of students. It was kind of like the prestige of the prestige. Now everyone is
Yeah.
getting into it, so it takes away from the education base.
Yeah.
It pushed black teachers and Spanish teachers out because they require you to have a teaching certificate. So how we had, you know, Miss Brown from the hood teaching us, and she been teaching the school for 20 years, but she don't have the education, but she have the knowledge to teach us.
Yeah.
Miss Brown got pushed out by Miss Smith, you know, because Miss Smith has a teaching certificate
Yeah.
and she just graduated college.
However,
Yeah.
Miss Smith has also just shacked up in an apartment with like 8 other people. She's eating
Right.
ramen noodles for lunch. She barely knows how to take care of herself.
Right.
Her parents still sending her money.
And
But
a lot of
she's teaching kids how to live and how
Yeah.
to adjust themselves in life.
Exactly.
You can't do that. You don't even
And
know who
these-
you
right,
are.
fact,
Like,
that's a fact.
you
That's
know,
fact.
it's crazy. It's crazy, and it gets real deep.
A lot of these teachers have never worked with a black child before.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you really connect? Like, you can't connect really. Like, you can connect with like what's in front of you. Like, this
Right.
textbook, but like with like connection, like to be like, yo, I see you. You can't.
It
You know what I'm
takes-
saying?
It takes some time.
You have to
Yeah.
you have to be intertwined with, you know, the black community to really even try to understand a part of like what it's gonna take for
Right.
us to like for little children to
That's a fact.
succeed. You
And
know
then
what I'm
our
saying?
poor children, like they're just there as they don't even know what's going
Oh my
on.
God, it's so
And it's hard to like
Right.
strip yourself of the stigmas that you know every day. Nobody said you're walking into
Right.
class
Yeah.
and you're a racist.
Yeah.
You're walking into class and you're also looking at a little black kid and you have these stigmas of what
Yeah.
you see on television
Yeah.
that black people do, and you're like,
Right.
damn, you might grow up to be
You
like
know
that, so I don't need to
what?
put that much effort into you.
Yeah.
We have to
Like-
though. You have
and
to.
it's subconscious. It's
You
not
have to
always
be
on purpose,
transparent with your children. You have to. You know, that's the only way they're gonna know. Like you have to. My dad was like very fair skinned, and he used to tell me, "I'm light skinned, but I'm black, and you're black, and you're a woman, and you know this is how the world is, and that's it. Don't be racist, but be aware."
Yeah.
And having that knowledge is power, you know, and that's just it. Just knowing like how to step forward, but you have to let your children know. You have to let your
Yeah.
family know, and just be aware. That's the only way. Like
That's
they're
a
gonna,
fact.
yeah.
I had a
open
conversation
up.
with my son like a few weeks ago. We was talking I forgot what we was talking about, but he was talking about, I think it was like a girl in his class who was new or something. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, where is she from? He was like, oh, she's white. I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like, I was like, Tyson, like, you know,
Right.
I wanted to like really, because I really
Like,
have not really
wanna
sat,
know
you know,
what's going
I'm like,
on.
Tyson, like, you know, you're black, right? He was like, black? He was like, I'm not black. I'm like, Tyson. I was like, Tyson, you're black. You know,
I'm not black, but look at me, Ma. Really?
He was
Right.
Like, you not know your
he was
colors.
like- I'm like, Tyson, you know, and then I had to have a conversation with him. It wasn't like a crazy deep conversation because he's 6, but at the end of the day, he's still 6 and they still understand
Right.
a lot, you know. So I just had to take him through some things, and I'm like, you know, you're light skinned, you understand, but
Tyson's
like,
like her
yeah.
complexion.
Yeah, I
so,
know. I know.
Yeah, I'm like, but you're a black man.
You're black.
And
You're a black
you're a black
man.
little boy. And I
Right.
want you to know that it will be kind of difficult. You
Right.
know, but I want you to be aware of who you are and be proud of who you are and proud of where you come from and everything. He was like, all right, I understand. I'm like, okay, Tyson. We're gonna keep the conversation
Keep it
going. We're gonna keep it
That's
going.
it.
It's like you
it's
just
just
have to
being
make
aware.
them-
Boom. That was it. You did your job.
Yeah.
Right.
You are a black boy. Simple. You know. And I feel like especially with colorism, and I hate doing the light skin and dark skin
Yeah,
comparison.
but it's
We're
just-
all black.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of I've encountered a lot of light skinned people that's not comfortable. They go through the identity crisis of not knowing where they fit in.
Yeah.
You know, am I white? Am I black? You know, I'm too white for my black friends, but I'm too black for my white friends. And I've had lighter friends tell me they went through this struggle,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially with their parent or like their white parent not communicating to them that they're black.
The
when
reality of
the
it.
reality of the situation.
Facts.
You know, and that's it. It's
Yeah,
like,
when you hit society, they be quick to use that
Humble
one
you
Right.
real quick.
rule.
We'll humble you real
Right.
quick. Like, you're like, but.
Yeah.
Let you know. And that's just like, yo, so I just feel like we just gotta let our children know what
let
it
your
is.
children know.
We just gotta let our children know what it is. That's really all that there is to it. What you had to do? Had to go.
Oh no, I'm getting my phone because I
Oh.
wanted it to be live. I wanted
Right.
the world to see you
much
guys.
time- I don't even know
they're
how
gonna
much
tune
time
in
we got
anyway, but
left.
I really wanted everyone to see because we're having a beautiful conversation, and the conversation that we're having is extremely important. It is, and a lot of people don't have it. And just FYI, Crowns and Head Ties is not just about music, rappers, and sex. We can have Black mental health conversations as well.
We're supposed
And
to have these
This is what needs to happen
conversations.
sometimes, and this is sometimes what people need to hear. I feel like the conversation that we just had makes this one of the most important episodes we've ever had
Yes,
for
yes.
episode 14. So that's why I got up and got my phone, y'all.
So it was just like, I'm so happy that you came through. So the Molly song, so that's gonna be on like an album, basically, right?
Yeah, I have a poetry album I'm working on. It's gonna have like 7 different poems. It's gonna go through the whole stages of like my transition. Like, so I have some new things. you
Oh my
know?
gosh, new things are
2019
great.
is all
Newness.
about new things
Yes,
and trying new
that new.
experiences, new friendships and opportunities and all that.
That's
So, yeah,
exciting.
I'm
I can't
excited.
wait. I can't wait to hear, the album when it drops.
Yes.
I'm gonna. You know what? I was telling you that I was gonna. I want to take a step at stand
Right.
up. Falsheen, and she put me.
Oh, I
She
really
be
think
trying
she
to-
should do
Yeah,
this.
she should.
You
should
understand, like,
definitely-
she's so
When I tell you I'm
funny.
shy as fuck. I am really shy.
I
Like,
know, like she
you know,
should definitely do
you know,
stand
but I
up.
think
She's
I'm gonna
always
really
been
Have
funny.
any of you guys, did y'all see the Amanda Seales stand up yet? The HBO
last night,
stand-up?
No.
last night I did not watch it. Was it funny as fuck?
I don't know. But I want to see it
Did you
so
see it?
bad. I feel like you're gonna give me like Amanda Seales
She
vibe.
kind of does give me a vibe
Like,
of myself.
Yeah,
You know? She gives me a myself
I
vibe.
really think that that's what that's gonna be like.
You need to try it.
But I also want to also try doing some stand up. You know, I want to do not stand up, but I want to do some poetry.
Yeah.
Live. And you know, and if you haven't done it, it's like because when I was younger, I used to do like the little poetry at like the Boys and Girls Club and shit like that. And I used to like do it in front of
the
people.
Dare programs
Yeah.
and all that.
And like just growing up and just everything kind of made me be like, I don't
You
wanna
know what
do
you should
more.
try? You should try poetic comedy.
Okay.
I have not seen anyone.
How does that work?
Jade is about to tell you.
Listen,
You know,
I'm about to do some poetic comedy then.
Right? Yeah, like do something different.
Mm-hmm,
Add some yourself into
Yeah.
it, and that's it.
So you
That's
mean
lit.
just funny poems?
funny poems?
Well, humorous poems.
Yeah, but she
Still
can
has a
she
point,
can spin it
but- right.
however she want to
Gosh,
spin it.
That's such a good idea.
She can
guys.
she can do sets. She can
You're
just
gonna, I'm gonna like
stand up.
start coming.
Is the
I'm gonna
Forever
be like,
Soul
listen to
open
this.
to that?
Forever Soul's open to whoever want to show soul
Got
on the
it.
mic each and every Friday.
Oh my gosh, each and every Friday. So we about to pull up.
Right.
And I'm gonna just like if I wanted to do it, do I just hit you up beforehand and say like?
Yeah, you can be up. You can show up.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, it's an intimate crowd. It's like a new school, old school Friday
Yeah.
vibe. That's it.
fun. You guys got like a DJ going on.
Yeah.
Some nice music. I love
Some
that.
nice music, drink
love that.
specials.
Ooh yes, drinks.
Bring your own food.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, we can bring our own food too.
Yeah.
Don't
You can
Bring
tell
your
me
own
twice.
food.
That's what I'm talking about. 'Cause you know they be like, don't bring food into the establishment.
No, we
Ooh,
definitely
yeah.
don't
Cooking.
serve food.
But we can bring our own.
You
That's
can
what I'm
definitely
talking
get
about. I will
drunk
definitely
there.
bring-
So you said you're vegan, right?
I am vegan.
Just so I
I'm
can
no,
kind of
I'm
mind.
pescatarian. Just because
Okay,
I
we
eat fish
moving up the
sometimes.
ladder slowly but surely.
Slowly, you
Got
know,
it.
I'm not eating cheese or dairy or any of that. So like, yeah.
I did it for 7
I'm
months.
not eating meat products.
and
it's just
it's
fish.
so hard.
It
It's so
is.
hard.
I miss buffalo wings, bro. Like that's the one thing that's
Is
like.
barbecue sauce vegan?
They probably you can get vegan barbecue
Yeah.
sauce, I'm sure. You can get
Barbecue sauce is not good for you, supposedly,
not?
or ketchup.
Jesus, why?
Yeah. It's the acidity.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
I can't
know.
put it
I
on, like,
have
once
major
a month,
heartburn,
baby.
and I
Right.
love ketchup, and
Yeah,
I get
it's
bad
not
acid
good.
reflux,
Oh my gosh.
and
They're
I
trying to
love me
kill
some ketchup.
So
Damn.
you said they're trying to kill us?
Yeah,
They are trying to kill us.
Facts.
It's crazy. All this crazy
That's
ass
not trying to
infected
kill us.
food, all these
Right.
pesticides and
Like
shit.
right
Cancer
now,
from
I'm
the
going
Wi-Fi
through like a
connection in your
situation. Like
phone,
I don't know if
like-
anybody else is going through it, but I'm gonna just bring attention to
Go
it,
ahead.
right? So like the sewage drain in front of my building has been overflowing for the past 3-4 days. My water has been like light brown. You feel me? So like it's been like mad city officials and stuff fixing my block. They just finished it this morning.
Yeah.
A few blocks over, like on the same strip. I live on Van Buren and Lewis, like a few blocks up, like directly up on Lewis. Same thing was happening. I've never seen anything like that before, and I grew up in that neighborhood.
Whoa.
You understand? Never seen anything like that before at all. So like, don't drink the water, y'all. Like, do not.
And they be like, New York has the
yeah,
best
New
tap
York water. They're doing something
Don't
to
do
the
that
water,
shit.
bro.
Don't
like,
drink that shit.
and that was like a sewage drain pipe. It's not like I don't even
But it's like
understand
even
How it
drinking
even
the water,
happened.
You still have
Right.
to shower with it. You have to wash your dishes.
Just to see that it was like a
So
river
many
in the
different- you brush your
street.
teeth with it. Like,
You
there's
know,
so many
so
different ways that
yeah,
things
they're
get into your
doing something.
bloodstream.
They're definitely doing something to the
trying to get us
water
outta
and
here.
stuff. Bottles of water.
They trying to
stock
get us
up.
the fuck out of here.
Like, you know
For
what? They're not
real.
buying out.
They still here, goddamn it. We
They
like
still
kick them out the
here.
neighborhood. They still here.
They
Fuck
still
up the
here.
water.
Right.
Fuck the water up.
Fuck the water up.
You know what? Fuck them.
All right.
We black people
Boil your
survive.
waters, sisters.
We're
We
survive
survivors,
through
you know?
everything.
We adapt.
We definitely
We
adapt.
survive and we get past anything. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. That is
So-
a fact. Snaps to that. I agree with that fact.
So, Fauci, you got anything you want to ask her while you're
mean,
here? Anything? I
you-
mean, I feel like you pretty much touched on like a lot of
We
shit.
we really did, and I
Yes.
like you so much.
Thank you.
I love
can't
your
wait for this thing. Can't
style,
wait.
the color of your hair, or like your prints.
I love your
it just
presence.
gives me so
She's
much.
awesome. Like, you guys are like cookies and cream right here. You see
And
that?
we both have on turtlenecks. We didn't
Right.
It was a thing. It was
We
like
didn't
bing,
plan this.
bing,
Right,
bing,
that's
a
lit,
turtleneck.
that's lit.
I feel like we look like the Step Brothers. Remember that movie with Will
Yes.
Ferrell? And,
Will Ferrell and the other guy, the shorter guy.
Oh, wait.
like turtlenecks and shit
When
on.
he was like, and somebody better not say something to me because
Yes.
I'll drop him.
Yes,
Some shit
that
like
was
that. Okay, I got it.
That was it.
All right. It was a
So,
funny movie.
we usually have like a segment, right, called Sex Facts.
So
right?
we're gonna dig into your polygamy because I'm so fascinated with the fact that you are
Okay.
a black woman that's comfortable with that. Because
Yeah.
there are not a lot.
I know.
And I want to know, what is it? Do you guys both have like a certain type of woman? Wait, before you
Yeah.
answer
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Before you answer that.
She ready.
Is
Right.
your polygamy? Does your polygamy include interests of both the male and the female?
Well, for me, for both of us, it's just female.
Okay.
I feel,
Okay.
so yeah, that's about that.
What's your
Yeah.
type?
My
what is
type,
your-
his type?
Yeah.
I think it's just our type is open.
Your type is open. That's what it is.
You know what? I'm trying
Open
not
them
to
legs.
be.
Let me stop.
I'm not trying to be about the visual too much.
Yeah.
Not saying the visual doesn't matter, but I don't know. Like, it's just more about you being comfortable with that for us to
Yeah.
even get to that kind of conversation.
So,
I
have
like-
you always been, like, bi-curious?
I've always been bisexual,
That's what I was
but
about to say. I don't think she's curious.
I'm not
Bisexual,
curious.
yeah.
Right. I've
Yeah.
always been very free
Bisexual.
with my sexuality, even in high school.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the level of comfort with myself. I'm high as shit.
It's okay.
Level of comfortability with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had this conversation, so this is dope.
No, let's talk
This
about
is dope.
it. Like,
This
let's
is
talk
dope.
about it. Because, like, I definitely, wanted to dip into, the
Right.
pond, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like,
I've dated men. I've dated women. We're like, women, men. We're all chaotic as people.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
it's
hate
just,
when people be like, it's a
so
woman.
Yeah.
I've been trying to stay
everyone.
away
We all
from
ain't
types.
shit.
Yeah.
Because types kind of limit you.
They
It's
put you in a
more-
box.
Yeah, it puts you in a box. Like, I like people that's attractive in mindset. He
Right.
likes the same. The woman that we choose to date just is somebody that we both vibe with, and she's just gonna represent what we represent within each other.
have you guys ever had a one-night stand with someone?
We've
just gonna ask for
had
that.
we've had a few.
Good. I think that's, so is your man allowed to kiss the woman?
Yeah, what's the rules?
The rules.
Break down the rules.
It depends on the woman.
Hold on,
I get you.
What's the
You
rules
feel
to
me?
this? I'm about to
It depends on the woman, the circumstance, the situation. Because we've had situations where it's just,
She's not the. It's like you could look at her and be like, bro, don't even do it.
Right.
Yes.
But then we've had situations where we dated someone, you know what I'm saying? And she was like living with us. So
Right.
it really just depends on the situation.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
heavy. Shit.
Is there ever a moment that makes you feel a little bit insecure about yourself?
I yes, like, but at the same
how do you
time,
manage
that's
that?
me checking myself. Like, if I'm insecure,
Right.
I'm gonna check
Right.
him. Not on like you're causing me to be insecure. I'm gonna let you know why I feel insecure, and we can come to a common ground. That's like just being aware of your insecurities, right? Like just honesty
And
is key.
communication,
Communication, yeah, helps you grow. Like what you like. You have to be able to adapt to what other people like to grow, especially in a relationship. You have to find that common compromise.
Yeah.
So there always is going to be an insecurity. I'm pretty sure he's insecure at moments. Us chilling with a woman and it's somebody like consistently over, and he's not having that time. It's not even the fact of she's chilling with a woman. It's her time. Is not focused on me or our situation as much as it was because she's giving it to somebody else.
Right.
Sometimes like stepping outside of a situation is not sleeping with somebody else. It's really your attention. And your devotion and the time and the energy you give to another situation.
And I think some guys be
So-
like, oh, I'm about to just do this,
Yeah.
and then when it turns into a thing, they're like, oh, wait.
we definitely looked
hanging
it
out with
up
her
on
more than me.
YouTube. We watched a lot of black videos and black like families and homes and different cultures of polygamy. Like before we decided this was something we wanted to do, like we had a conversation. I always knew I liked women, so that was something that he already he already seen.
I
he
feel
already
like
knew,
to be in a polygamous relationship as a woman, you have to be a woman that likes women.
Women.
It will not work if
Yeah.
you try to do it just for the man. It will never
try
work.
to have a threesome to make your dude happy.
Yeah.
It will not work
It
out.
never
Worst
works.
thing, right?
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You
I've
have to
had,
actually
like
want
I've
to
had
do
a
it.
horrible threesome before, and that
Ooh.
was just because of that. And I'm like, I had to.
Why
look
was
back
it horrible?
Because I was not comfortable in the situation. It was nothing wrong with her. I actually chose her. That was somebody I was always having relations with. So I felt like, if I'm gonna share my partner with you. I'd rather share my partner with somebody that I'm comfortable with, because that should be a comfortable experience for my partner.
What did he do to make it uncomfortable?
He didn't do anything. I was just uncomfortable with
The
myself.
vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
With
like
just the
it
bringing
was
of
just
the
like
two.
just the bringing of the two, and I realized I wasn't as comfortable as I thought I would be. So that's not even anything on their faults, you know. It's just like simply me. At the time I didn't see it that way, but now you know, as an older 20 something, it's like I see it that way. That's life, you know.
And then
you
learn.
grow from it and you
There
see
you
what you
go.
like. That's it. It's lit though.
It's lit though.
It's definitely lit. It's definitely a fun experience going in the club and you know, just going to different situations, and you know, but at the same time it teaches you about yourself, and you know, it gives you a different kind of comfortability of being comfortable with your partner and trusting your partner. You have to trust your partner in the process.
So have you ever like been in a situation where you've approached a woman that didn't necessarily like women, but you guys were able to like sway the situation, being that you guys were
You was able to give it a G.
You know what's so crazy? Women are very, very vocal when they want to do something that they want to do. So I never had to sway any women. Like, honestly, truth be told, every woman I've had an interaction with, I did not talk to her. You know, I was always like one of those shy like women when it came to talking to women, because I didn't know if she was bi or she was lesbian, if she went that way, or you know. So I have a fear of rejection.
I think
you know, so I never approached it like that. So I've always had, thank God, confident women to come up to me
like,
and
girl.
present that situation. So that's just how things happen.
You put that in the universe. It's just giving it back to you.
That's it. Like,
it's like,
you know,
we know you want to hit this.
Yeah. So have I been in a situation like that where we had to sway? Not really. Like, you know, it should.
That's good.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm not going through that struggle of swaying you, bro.
Like,
it's
sorry,
like you like it or you don't.
Either you want it or
You know, you want it or you don't. Right.
Not about to hit you with a question.
Right. I'm not doing all that extra. For us to even be having this conversation, that means you want it.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
That's curiosity. So that's it. Yeah.
Heard you.
Yeah.
Have you took a lot of femginities?
Femginities.
Like
What's that?
woman that's never been with another woman before.
Oh, femginities.
Oh, that's so smooth.
Isn't that a cute word?
Oh my God.
That's cute.
I'm
Y'all like that?
fucking
You
use
should.
that. I'm
Y'all
gonna
like
use that in a poem.
Yes,
Please
you
do.
should.
Gosh.
I just came up with that.
femginities.
That was off the top.
Like, is there some
Femginities.
vitamins
I like
or something
that.
that you use as a female? What the fuck?
Have you ever
Let me
taken
tell you.
vitamins? You took your femginities today? I was like, what the hell is that shit? Femginities. I felt so old.
I have. You know, but women, you can tell a woman that never really had that experience with women. She won't tell you, but she's kind of like awkward.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
So she's like,
She's like scared to touch her titties.
Right, scared.
Or she don't know how to approach
you
the
know,
kids.
right. Or she like, and it's crazy because it's like, it should be kind of like the same thing with the man, but different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. It's just like a whole new different territory.
I feel like women are just softer. Like,
right,
in
women
general,
are softer.
like,
It's true.
squishy.
Yeah.
That's the
they're
sound
going to hear that.
That's the sound of a
Right.
wet pussy. I don't know about the sound of skin.
Right.
She said,
They're like, what the fuck is that? They're gonna hear the. They're like, what the fuck is that?
okay, sound effects.
Are they
girl.
finger popping each other in an interview? They're gonna hear them. They're gonna hear
But I
that.
like women that are women. Like AG
Right.
chicks scare me. They definitely like
Said Asian chicks.
AG.
So you're not with
Say,
that.
what about little tiny
I'm with
Asian women
whatever
scare
you want
you?
to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? To be your own person. But I'm just not.
They freak me the fuck out
They
too.
not
I'm not
personally
even
my
gonna
cup
lie
of
to you.
tea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not even gonna
listen.
lie to you.
There's a lot of them that try to be like men, and for all of
Yeah.
that, I'ma have a man,
Exactly.
and
I
that's
feel
about
you.
it.
I feel you.
know?
I feel you. It's like, okay.
Power to the
give me
penises
a
too. You know?
Yeah.
Facts.
You know,
like
Young
the
and May
penis.
walks around
Right.
wearing her strap. She's all in character.
Right.
Young man.
She could get it.
Young and can get it from you. She's not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not really with the deep voice. I don't know.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
taking like her pills.
Do they?
No,
So the voice
hormones.
changes their pills too. Like
Yeah,
they
the
really.
hormones they
so,
change.
yeah.
They grow
Yeah.
hair.
I
Things
can't.
like that. It's just a long fucking process. When you think about the process, it makes you like not
I ain't
attracted
got
to
two
her
of them.
anymore.
But
It's just
transgenderism
like, damn,
is
She
that's
sound like
such a
Craig
thing
Mack.
in our culture though. You know, especially with how free it is. Like
I
I
mean,
feel
I-
like children are not getting the choice anymore to like even
There's
know
a
that
lot of
that's
gay cartoons, transgender
But
cartoons.
do you
They're,
know
like,
that now in New
force-feeding
York
it a little.
that they're gonna have an X choice on the birth certificates?
Oh no! What?
Yeah, they're gonna have a choice to
Wow.
be X.
Who paid
on
for
the,
that?
That's what's going. It's
That
happening
sounds
now
like
in
it's
New York.
expensive.
Yep. So now
Damn.
you don't have to be a female or a male. You can just be an X.
But who chooses that? Your parent when they have you?
The man. No.
Wait,
no.
what?
But
Hold the
yeah,
fuck up.
the parent.
We
So
can't
it's a
choose
woman
it.
and
Right,
a man.
man.
You just pushed out the baby. But
No,
this
I'm joking.
nigga-
I'm joking. I'm saying the man, like the man, the power.
Oh,
I'm being stupid.
okay. I thought you
But-
meant like a man.
No, but yeah, like so.
But-
There's parents who they can.
If
mark-
they're having a sexual identity issue,
I think that's fucked up.
how would they know as a baby?
Exactly. I think that's
You
fucked up.
understand? Like, so the
I'm
parent,
sorry.
like,
Oh,
I
who
think
the
that's fucked up.
Who?
Look, I saw that article and I was
Right.
like, whoa. Like, I think that's so fucked up to really be like, listen, I'm going to. I mean, I guess because they're like, oh, I'm not going to put anything because I'm going
Right.
to let them give a chance. But they're going to tell you what they feel like they are when they, like, so they can't, they're born, that's what they are. Anatomically, they are male or female.
Right.
That's just what it is.
What the fuck is
And
a
then if
X?
they feel like they want to be like, yo,
You know
this is how I feel on
what?
the
There
inside,
were
then that's fine.
hermaphrodites back in the day.
Yeah, true.
You know?
I
So-
realize
we're
her
gonna-
hermaphrodite.
No,
Right.
she was not. Yo, what the hell?
Wait.
You just said right. No,
Wait.
she wasn't.
I'm saying.
You don't even know what you just agreed
No,
to,
I did.
did
I
you?
just saw.
This bitch said Sierra was a hermaphrodite. Listen, if you
know
don't
what?
take that middle school
she
7th
said
grade
right.
rumor away
You know
from
what?
here.
You know what?
She said right.
There's a few
gotta-
hermaphrodites
you-
in the industry. You just
Oh.
wouldn't know.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
would not know.
Yeah.
First
You
of
won't,
all,
'cause
we
you don't
have
fucking know.
we
You
literally
never
have
know.
1 more minute. But I feel like this conversation needs to continue. We need to have you back up here.
Yeah.
You need to come back up here.
I will
Bring your
come-
partner.
All right, I will.
We're gonna do that. That's
Yes.
what we're gonna do.
And I'll bring Sierra. Let me
But
stop.
I love her
Yo,
so much.
that was the thing, and I really believe it might be true, but whatever though. She had babies, so I mean,
How?
it's true. She had babies. I mean,
But
from
why
what we
would you
know,
think it's
whatever.
true? Because she's elongated,
Because that's
skinny,
what I
and
heard.
Because
Does
she
she
has
have
an Adam's apple.
Exactly. I heard that, but it is what it is though.
But there's some strong-looking women.
There are.
You know,
Grace
so
Jones.
right.
You know, she's like the epitome of like the strong face.
yeah,
you
masculine
know.
women.
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ.
she did her thing. But we are coming. The show's coming to an end. Are we gonna be able to put on the track, or I don't know? We gotta. Yeah. So
You want me to
could-
replay, Molly?
Yeah, you can put on.
I would love for you
Yes.
to replay it, being
Yes.
that I wasn't here to hear it out loud.
Yes,
I
so
was
do
listening
that.
to it, but I would rather hear
So
it
do that.
in this environment
And
give the people that are viewing in
Yes.
a chance to hear it again too.
they'll hear it
because
again. And also, you know, you can let them know what you got coming up.
Yeah, I have a Beats, Vibes, and Wine showcase at Hall of Fame Studios on February 20th.
Beats,
The
vibes,
event
and
is
wine.
called Revelations
Wine
to the
like
Black
wine?
culture. Yes,
Okay.
wine tasting is gonna be free to the community.
That's
The
wonderful.
whole like music
Yeah.
concert, art showcase. They operate as a music and art gallery during the day. So I feel like it'll be a dope experience to connect like-minded individuals.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's
You know,
that
wonderful.
going.
We'll have a mini fashion show and different stuff. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then March 20th, the Silver Factory, the Pussy Power Showcase. that we're
Pussy
gonna all
power.
be in,
Yes.
highlighting
Yes.
women as well as male talent and us coming together talking about women issues. So yeah,
I think
so
that's gonna be
exciting.
nice.
Yeah.
Plus,
I
pussy is
can't
my
wait.
favorite word.
pussy is like the best word out there.
I love it. It's so pussy.
I'm gonna get you the pussy
Right.
wagon keychain that they had on Kill Bill. Remember the pussy wagon?
Get me the pussy wagon keychain. on Kill Bill.
I'm gonna get both of y'all the pussy wagon keychain.
Yes.
But
There's a pussy wagon keychain.
yes, did you ever see Kill Bill?
I did.
Remember the guy who tried to who was trying to rape her, who was raping her inside, and he had the pussy wagon key.
Yeah,
the fucking nasty
you know
ass
what?
that she
The
killed,
concept
that she
behind
fucking-
it is a
yeah.
little fucked up.
The concept
However,
is fucked up, but I like the keychain.
I want a pussy wagon keychain now.
But
Maybe we can find that on Amazon.
probably
You can
Let them
find
know,
everything on Amazon.
Tell the people your @name on Instagram where they
Yes.
can
My
find you on
at
social
name
media.
is Lesoul, LESOUL period dot
Yes.
art.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wonderful.
So
Find
guys,
me.
please follow her. You know,
Yeah.
follow her movement. You know, she's working with a lot of people.
We'll be
a lot of great
reposting
individuals.
everybody that's
Yes.
watching. I know we're live, but afterwards we'll put up the link so that you guys can come back in and check in on this conversation. It was extremely important,
Yes.
extremely necessary.
Yes.
And yeah, because we gotta wrap this shit up. But you guys are gonna
Yes.
be able to hear Molly in a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't
That's
wait
exciting.
again. I
Thanks
heard
for
it, but
having me,
follow
guys.
her
Absolutely.
again. We
You
love
ladies
you.
are
Absolutely.
awesome.
I love
This
you.
is
Thank
a
you so much
great
for coming
14th
through.
episode choice.
Yeah.
So everybody, you have Soul's handle, Falsheen, the late worker bee.
I am so sorry.
Right.
I was going off her. I was like, no, what the fuck? This is professional. We gotta.
I am so sorry.
To me. She's
I'm like,
this
leave me
bitch.
alone. So the ad name is at Beautyfal, BEAUTI.FAL on Instagram.
Yes, and I'm Jaderade, JIDRADE, Jaderade, like
Follow
Gatorade,
us
get you a drink
as well.
quench your thirst.
At Crowns and Head Ties, Crowns_Head
Head
Ties
Ties, yes.
on Instagram.
Right. Thank you guys so
We will
much.
be putting up a lot more content on YouTube.
Yes.
Shout outs to S.STREET Media, the whole
Yes.
team that's giving us a place to be right now.
Media,
And
thank you so much.
you guys already know.
Yes.
This was a great episode.
Episode
Even though I was
14.
late. I won't be late again, guys.
Falsheen, Jade, Crowns and Head Ties.
Hey.
Have a good night, y'all. One love.
See, my name is Molly. If you're ready, didn't know. And I have some money right here for you. Just give me that whimsical high through and through, through and through. Hey, my doll. Yeah, I have it all. I'm the man, the connect, the goat. Just sit down, Molly girl, and just take a note. You see, anything you wanna try. The loudest MJ to get you high as you sing MJ floating by. Or if you would like to rock climb, see, I like to ski. The whitest of the white, straight purity. But I have something special for you. She said, really you do? Yeah, only for you. See, he led her to a dark room with strobe lights, gave her a crystal rock and said, treat her right, indulge in her, mesmerizing her high, of course as I should. But don't take too much, Molly girl, because too much of one thing is never good. Here Molly met Molly, different girls in different worlds. Swallow, digest the whole, still the same girls. They get used and abused, devour for pleasure, reach a higher for a high beyond her measure. And Molly enjoyed Molly cause she was a different experience, just a twisted view upon her meager existence. As the drugs hit her stream, her blood steamed, her temperature heightened. Molly had her enlightened, open, ready to explore. She yearned, she wanted more, willing to risk it all just so Molly girl can grab her fall, just grab her fall. Molly wanted Molly, she became the woman she needed. Her appetite she continued to feed, but addictions came with dollar signs and dollar signs she had to keep in mind. Now Molly, she became lost and confused, her girl was gone, she didn't know what to do, wandering and searching, but nothing came through. Who had the answers? Who can she call? Trippy picked her up on her fall, so she picked up her phone and a low monotone, hey Trip, what's going on? Hey Trip, what's going on? She picked up her phone and a low monotone, hey Trip, what's going on?
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, shake 'em, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, break 'em.